When it comes to traveling, people look for islands where they can feel the touch of nature under clear skies and blue ocean fronts. But the Earth is a tricky business, and not every place turns out to be what you thought it was. Even knowing the dangers involved, people take up the challenge of exploring some of the most dangerous or sometimes unusual. So in today's video, we will take a look at the top 10 strangest islands on Earth. Make sure you watch the video until the end, subscribe to the channel, and like this video. Let's get started. Number 10. The Isola di Gioia, Italy. Located off the coasts of Naples, this island is actually two islands connected by a bridge. A hermit owned this small island called a wizard. He lived on the alms of the fishermen who crossed the island on their fishing trips. Naples legend considers the island to be cursed. The cursed island's reputation developed when the owners of the island started to see misfortunes and immature deaths in their families. In the 1920s, the island was owned by Swiss Hans Braun. He was found dead, wrapped in a rug, and after a little while, his wife drowned in the ocean. The next owner was the German Otto Grunbach. He died of a heart attack while staying in the island's villa. The following owner, the pharmaceutical industrialist Maurice Yves Sandoz, committed suicide in a mental hospital in Switzerland, and many suffered economic loss. Is this a coincidence? I guess not. Number 9. Okunoshima Island, Japan. Okunoshima Island, or the Rabbit Island, is home to hundreds of feral rabbits. During the period of World War II, this island was used as a chemical weapon production site of Japan. A rabbit colony was brought to the island to test the chemical warfare weapons and deadly gases on these animals. The pairs of rabbits who survived the testing grew into hundreds and thousands of their kind. Today, this island is a tourist attraction with a resort, a golf course, camping grounds, and beaches. Number 8. Sable Island, Nova Scotia. Sable Island sits in the middle of the graveyard of the Atlantic and has been the site of roughly 475 shipwrecks and is home to over 400 wild horses. These horses have managed to survive on the island with only seagrass and rainwater. While it has never been permanently settled, it has been occupied by shipwrecked sailors, transported convicts, and pirates. It was declared Canada's 43rd National Park on June 20th, 2013. Number 7. Christmas Island, Indian Ocean. Christmas Island is a protected national park in Australia. This island is the perfect ecosystem for the Christmas Island red crab to grow. Throughout most of the year, the crabs live under the forest canopy, but nearly 120 million crabs make the 5-mile journey to the ocean for mating and laying eggs during the rainy season. It takes these crabs a month to travel the distance. Super colonies of ants have been known to terrorize and blind the crabs throughout their migration. Number 6. The Island of Dolls, Mexico City. The Island of Dolls is located in the canals of Xochimilco near Mexico City. Don Julian Santana Barrera originally owned it. What's strange about this island is that it is filled with dolls hanging from the trees or on the ground. Legend has it a young girl drowned entangled among the lilies of the canal, and her body was found on the banks of the Santampa Chinampas. Don Julian began to experience inexplicable situations, so terrified, placed dolls that he found in the garbage or in the canals of Cuyamanco with the idea that they would scare the soul of the young girl who would cry out, "I want my doll." He also found a doll floating nearby, and assuming it belonged to the deceased girl, hung it from a tree as a sign of respect. Number 5. Vulcan Point, the Philippines. Vulcan Island, or Vulcan Point, is considered the geographical equivalent to the 2012 film Inception that showed a dream within the dream. Located on the island of Luzon is Lake Taal, which has the Taal volcano inside it. At the top of the volcano is a basin, or caldera, filled with water and creates a crater lake. At the center of the lake is Vulcan Point, which is one of the volcano's cones. In a nutshell, Vulcan Point is an island inside a lake inside an island inside the Pacific Ocean. Number 4. Snake Island, Brazil. Ilha da Queimada Grande, also known as Snake Island, is an island off Brazil's coast in the Atlantic Ocean. The island is only 43 hectares in area, but the terrain changes from rainforest to rocky mountains, and the island is filled with hundreds of extremely venomous snakes, the golden lancehead pit viper. These snakes feed mostly on birds, but due to their huge population on the island, it is nearly impossible to go there without having the threat of being attacked by a snake. Luckily, the snakes are trapped on the island as the path connecting it from the mainland was covered in water due to rising sea levels. Who would dare to hang out with these snakes for the thrill? Number 3. Deer Island, Alexandria Bay, New York. Located on the St. Lawrence River at New York Bay, the Deer Island is known for its skulls and bones, a secret society of Yale University. Former President William Howard Taft, George H.W. Bush and his son George W. Bush, and US Secretary John Kerry are known to be alumni of this secret society. It is said that this society is part of the global Illuminati, and that these leaders go to the island for recreation and to decide who is going to be the next world leader. Very little is known about the island since no one can trespass on or near the island. Society seems innocent on the surface, but the whole idea is as mysterious as it gets. Number 2. Socotra Island, Yemen. Rising from the Indian Ocean off the coasts of Yemen and Somalia is the Yemeni island of Socotra, is as strange as the neighbouring country. The land is dominated by Hagia mountains that rise over 5,000 feet from the sea level. It gives the vibe of something out of Dr. Seuss's book, and almost feels handmade. His distinctive flora and fauna resulted from a high level of endemism on the island, which has been isolated since it broke off from Africa more than 250 million years ago. Among the 300 plants, 24 reptiles, and 6 birds unique to Socotra is the dragon's blood tree, an odd-named plant for its bright red sap. This tree has a thick trunk and branches spread out in the shape of umbrellas. If it weren't for its unfortunate location in one of the world's most unstable regions, it would be an ideal location for tourists around the world. Number 1. The floating islands of Lake Titicaca, Peru. They may not technically be islands in the geographic sense, but these floating islands are one of Peru's strangest attractions. The Uros, as Islas Flotantes, these floating islands are actually mats made of buoyant totora reeds, some of which are half the size of a football field. These mats measure 8 to 12 feet thick and are tethered to each other and the lake bottom with long ropes. It is not entirely clear when and why the Uros settled in the middle of Lake Titicaca. Still, anthropologists believe that they migrated out of the Amazon and into what is now southern Peru in pre-Columbian times. So, would you be willing to travel to these islands? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next one.